time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession. Ellis kicks to Lawson. Nobody near George.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And it's off from three-point range.
And last year, you could see Paul was hobbled in their loss to the Rockets in the second round. Still, most players wouldn't even have made it back out on the floor, much less been as effective as he was during the postseason.
And here's Lawson after Wesley Johnson just hit the three. Shot to stop the run, and it's George finishing it off.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And, guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Timeout called the Pacers.
You know, one of the things I think we forget about with Chris Paul is just how clutch he is as a player. I mean, hitting the go-ahead shot in Game 7 against the Spurs last postseason was a big reminder to everyone that this guy is clutch.
Rivers, he's checked in for the Clippers. Allen's checked in for Indiana. Stuckey comes in for Ty Lawson. George against Johnson. And George, here we go. Johnson with the block.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Five to shoot. Power down with both hands.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
And George, here we go. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Grown man's power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And when we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
And talking about Paul and his ability to come up in the clutch, that Game 7 shot when he was playing injured against San Antonio, the defending champions, turned out to be the game-winning points. Remarkable play, remarkable series for him.
It was. You know, you could see him hobbling around out there and would have to miss games in that Rockets series, the first two, if I recall. But that series is what Paul is really all about, Kevin. He is a competitor, first and foremost.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Paul's checked in.
You know, if you're looking to build a small forward and there wasn't a LeBron James template, you might go with PG, Paul George. Height, length, athleticism, that combination off the charts with him. And he's got a nice, unflappable demeanor, too. Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
It's George on the wing. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Crawford leading the charge. Here's Jordan. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Miles Turner. Yeah, talking about Paul George, a big part of his dominance, his attitude. He doesn't yell or pump his fist. He's really the quiet assassin.
Yeah, once he maxes out in the weight room, which he will, now that he's in his mid-20s, I think he's going to be an Adonis. I mean, exactly the kind of physique you're looking for in a prototype at the small forward.
Hill, he's checked in for Indiana. C.J. Miles comes in for Turner. And now Paul pushing it up. No one back to stop him. That's good from Crawford on the assist by Paul. Paul's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Ellis dishes to Hill. And Paul over to help. Back to Ellis. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Ellis has got 6.
And that's really using the double team against the defense there and creating that pinpoint passing to attack. That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
Here's Johnson, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Here's George. Plays it up and banks it in. George has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Kicks it out to Crawford. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. And there's the foul. It goes on C.J. Miles. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Jordan. And Mbah-a-Moute comes in for Jeff Green. Paul Pierce is checked in for Wesley Johnson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Indiana also making some changes. Mahimi comes in for George. And Ty Lawson subbed in for Ellis. And Mbah-a-Moute can't get it to go.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Here's Paul. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. And Lawson with the drive. And Aldrich sends it back. And the shot is good from Stuckey. Clippers leading by 18. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Aldrich, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
The shot is off. Excellent D there from Pierce. Paul outside. He dishes it to Pierce. It's deflected. Aldrich kicks to Paul. And stolen by Lawson. No good. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Clippers leading by 18, and so in the game for the Pacers. They've got Hill, Rodney Stuckey out there with Lawson, then it's Turner, and it's Allen in at the center. Rivers kicks to Johnson. Wow, way off on that one.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
George is checked in for Indiana. Clippers with the ball. Rivers with it. Kicks it to Green. And Hill over to help. Here's Crawford. Good D by Lawson. Pacers trail by 15. Here's George. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. George has got 23 points.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively.
Oh!
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
And the basket good. George has got 12 points in just the second half.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
Yeah, that's a winning formula as far as I'm concerned. They've been the aggressors and far more assertive on the offensive end.
Crawford against Hill. Outside Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. It's Jordan on the wing. Green kicks to Rivers. No good with the triple. Pacers trail by 13. Lawson with it. Now Green defending. Outside, George. George missing again. LA has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And it's Hill penetrating, and he stuffs that one.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And something not a lot of people talk about, Ty Laws's defense. He has the lateral quickness, Clark, and strong lower body that gives, point guards fits.
Yeah, he's like a fire hydrant in terms of his build and strength. He's a good ball defender, but he gambles sometimes, so that can cut both ways. He'll get steals, but he'll also put you in tough positions defensively.
Paul's checked in for Los Angeles. Then for the Pacers, Monte Ellis checked in for Hill. And George Hills subbed in for Ty Lawson. Clippers leading by 11. Paul passes to Johnson. Feeds it to Jordan. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Hill up top. Allen in the post, working on Green.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Clippers?
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well. Another point of contention between every NBA fan is whether or not the age restriction is a good thing. Some want it increased, others want it gone altogether. For me, it's a matter of whether or not you as a team feel that that player can make an impact on your roster.
And it's Paul missing. Pacers trail by 12. To the middle, here's George. Johnson with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
Hey, kid, you ready? All right, let's go.
Los Angeles on D. 22 is their biggest lead. And there are arguments, Clark, on both sides for the NBA and the age restriction it has currently right now. Having one seems to have helped the level of play overall, but I think there's some improvements that can be made.
Yeah, with the D-League coming into its own, though, Kevin, the discussion has opened up again. NBA teams used to not have a place for high school players. The D-League could serve in that regard now, but having a restriction is something that I think has helped the NBA. I actually would like to see it be 20 years old.
Me too. 5 on the clock. On the wing, George, who's guarded by Johnson. That doesn't go either for George.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Paul. And that's now 24 points for Johnson.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Timeout called the Pacers.
And the offensively, they've been struggling. He just wants to get them back into a good flow and stop forcing shots.
Well, Greg, the misses started piling up. Things kind of snowballed on him in that regard. This is a good timeout to kind of calm his guys down and hit the reset button.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Crawford's checked in. The Pacers also changing it up. Mahinmi's checked in for Allen. And it's Lawson in for Hill. Crawford kicks to Green. Turner against Johnson. And he banks in the layup. Johnson's got 26 points.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball in.